لویی رئیس پیشین ادارهٔ تحقیقات فدرال آمریکا اف.بی.آی. شما اینجا روی سن شاهد چند صد سال تجربه در امور دولتی هستید. نظامی، سیاسی، انتظامی، قضایی. خانم رجوی، ما به دلایل بسیار زیادی در کنار شما ایستاده ایم. شما برای ما یک قهرمان و الهام بخش بوده اید و انگیزه‌ای برای ما بوده اید که عمل کنیم و مبارزه کنیم.
رژیم ایران شبیه چیزی است که ما آن را اصطلاحاً یک مؤسسه جنایی ادامه‌دار می‌نامیم که توسط گانگسترها اداره می‌شود. در برخی مواقع این مؤسسه زیر بار اعمال شیطانی خود پوک می‌شود و فرو می‌ریزد. به این دلیل که رژیم اعتماد مردم ایران را از دست داده است. اعتماد سیاسی، اعتماد اقتصادی و اعتماد اخلاقی.
Thank you very much, and we're delighted and honored to be here. You have an incredible U.S. delegation. Just as wonderful, you have an outstanding international delegation, and we're very happy and proud, Madam Rajavi, to be here again with you in Paris to mark a great milestone in the fight for freedom. We want to send very brief messages, first of all, to everyone here, our friends, but also to fantastic in the back there. We thank you so much for your energy and your support. Terrific, absolutely terrific. And of course to our colleagues and friends on the streets of Paris today, the freedom fighters, the resistance units, absolutely incredible images and representing courage of deep and principled convictions. And of course to the demonstrators and the young women and men, but particularly the young women who we admire. You have here on stage actually several hundred years of government experience, military, political, law enforcement, judicial, and Madam Rajavi, we stand by you for many, many reasons, but you know that you have been for us a hero, an inspiration, and a reason to act and fight. And we thank you so much. My friend and colleague, Judge Mookiezie, is going to present a letter to Madam Rajavi, which she's already seen, but we wanted to do it in this group. And it's a letter signed by dozens of American officials, most of everyone on the stage here, telling you from our heart what we believe and what we feel and how we respect and admire what you're doing and how optimistic we are about this fight. The regime is a little bit like, in my experience as a prosecutor, we used to call it a continuing criminal enterprise, right? And it's run by gangsters and they have their own rules, but at some point that enterprise caves in and collapses on the weight of its own evil, and particularly here because the regime has lost the confidence of the Iranian people, political confidence, economic confidence, and moral confidence. We want to thank all of you here for your support and your representation. We want to thank all of the friends of the NCRI and the MEK. Judge, I'm going to let you make a remark in the presentation. Madam Rajavi, we're going to ask you to come up just to receive our letter.
مایکل موکیزی، وزیر دادگستری آمریکا 2009. این نامه بیانگر قوی‌ترین حمایت‌های مردم آمریکا از تظاهر کنندگان در پاریس، ساکنان اشرف 3 و مردمی است که درگیر مبارزه در داخل ایران هستند.
Madam Rajavi, I have here a letter that says that it contains a statement in support of a free Iran. But it expresses the views not only of the people who signed it, who come from the full spectrum of political views in the United States, people who've served in all branches of the United States government and in the United States military. But it expresses the views, it is called an American statement in support of a free Iran, which means that it expresses the deepest values of the American people and the strongest support of the American people, not only for you, not only for the people here, not only for people in the streets of Paris, not only for the people in Ashraf 3, although certainly for them, but for the people engaged in the struggle in Iran that we know is going to come out the way it should because of the efforts of you and others. So it's my great honor and privilege to present you with this letter that embodies all of that love, all of that support, all of those values. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to express my best gratitude for your support and for standing with the Iranian resistance through all these years, especially in very difficult times. Thank you once again. And for 20 years, you showed that the firmness and solidarity for a noble cause have the force to advance against the policy of appeasement. A united front against the religious dictatorship can send a strong message to the regime ruling Iran. Once again, thank you for your effort, and God bless you all. Thank you very much.
ژنرال وسلی کلارک، کاندیدای ریاست جمهوری آمریکا 2004، فرمانده نیروهای ناتو در اروپا 2000. عجب اجلاس جهانی باور نکردنی و شگفتی است. حمایتی که شما از جانب سران کشورها، نمایندگان پارلمان و آن دست از ما که این مدت طولانی این موضوع را دنبال می‌کنیم دارید شگفت‌انگیز است.
من قویاً تحت تأثیر قدرت جنبش مقاومت ایران قرار گرفتم. شما در حال کسب حمایت فزاینده از مردم در داخل ایران و تحسین میلیون‌ها نفر در غرب به خاطر مبارزه شجاعانه خود هستید و در دل کسانی که مرتکب ترور در ایران می‌شوند ترس ایجاد می‌کنید.
شما در حال مبارزه با دشمنی با سلاح و فناوری برتر هستید، اما شما ابزار برتر را در اختیار دارید، زیرا شما دارای اصول بالاتر، عزم و مهربانی و فداکاری و فراتر از هر چیز شجاعت پایدار هستید.
خانم رجوی، می‌خواهم به شما به خاطر رهبریتان تبریک بگویم. آنچه شما انجام می‌دهید و آنچه در آینده محقق خواهید کرد باور نکردنی است. فقط سازمانی مانند سازمان شما میتواند در چنین مبارزه‌ای دوام بیاورد و به پیروزی برسد.
این یک سازمان الهام بخش باور نکردنی است و حضور در اینجا و دیدن آن یک هدیه غیرقابل باور است. کاش می توانستیم آن را به همه دوستانم در ایالات متحده و همه کسانی بدهیم که در سراسر جهان ادعای اعتقاد به آزادی را دارند. آنها باید بفهمند که شما چه کاری انجام می دهید.
پایان رژیم نزدیک است و دیگر بازگشتی به دیکتاتوری‌های گذشته نیز نخواهد بود. این یک اصل مهم است.
شما آینده ایران و آینده پر امید برای میلیون‌ها نفر در سراسر جهان هستید که آنها هم برای آزادی خود مبارزه می‌کنند.
What an incredible World Summit this is. It is amazing the support you have from heads of state, from parliamentarians, from those of us who followed this so long. Madam Rajvi, thank you for the honor and privilege of being here with this great group. Distinguished guests, Excellencies, old friends, Senator Lieberman, General Jones, so many of you that we've worked together and known each other in the past. General Jones is exactly right when he said earlier, the world is faced with struggle. Worldwide, between democracy and tyranny. Tyranny, autocrats, those who think they can control people's lives. We can never forget this. Iran is on the wrong side under the Ayatollahs of both the struggle for democracy and the struggle for peace and freedom in Europe. Iran's government has got to go. Enough is enough. For over 40 years, this brutal Iranian regime has sought enemies abroad and at home. It survives on fear, hatred, and repression. Enough is enough. I've followed this through my entire military career. From the time the Ayatollahs came in until today. And for the last 10 years, I've watched very closely as this organization has grown, strengthened, and gained increased respect abroad throughout the world. The men and women of Mecca, I should say the brave women and men of Mecca, have fought against the tyrannical regime of the Ayatollahs in Tehran. You've struggled daily to protest, to mobilize, to gather information, to gain international understanding, and to bring freedom and democratic values to Iran. Now, as I've looked at this regime, as it's continued its war on its neighbors, its terrorism and subversion, I'm so impressed by the strength of the resistance movement. You are exposing the regime for its brutal repression. You are winning the support of more and more people within Iran, and you are striking fear in the hearts of those who perpetrate the terror in Iran. You're winning the admiration of millions in the West for your courageous struggle. And I do believe we will be in Tehran next year. But this can only happen with leadership on the ground This is not something that's driven by outside forces. It's not from Democrats and Republicans and conservatives and laborites in the West. It's not from the parties in Europe, the European Union, none of that. It has to be from the heart and soul of the people of Iran. And that's what you're showing the world it is. It is you who are doing this. And for this, you must receive the credit and thanks from all of us. So I want to take today, we talked a lot about policy, a lot about things that have been done, but I just want to say this. I salute you for your bravery, for your determination, for your sacrifices. I salute you for your vision of a better future for the people of Iran. I salute you for the skill, ingenuity, the resilience in the face of a heartless enemy. You're struggling against an enemy with superior weapons and technology. You know it, the whole world knows it. And he employs this with remorseless determination to crush this resistance movement. But you have the superior means at hand because you have the higher principles. You have your determination, your compassion, your willingness to serve and sacrifice, your leadership, and above all, your enduring courage. It is an incredible, inspiring organization, and to be here and feel it and see it is just an incredible gift. I wish we could give this to all of my friends in the United States and all those around the world who profess to believe in freedom. They have to understand what you're doing. Mrs. Rajvi, I want to congratulate you on your leadership. As someone who spent his life in leadership, teaching it, learning it, practicing it, it's incredible what you're doing and what you will accomplish in the future. The 10-point plan, the strength of this organization. Only an organization such as yours can survive and win this struggle. It's not for the weak-hearted. Incredible determination, discipline, persistence, and sacrifice has been required, and more still will be required before this is over. But only an organization such as yours should prevail because you've got the right values, the right approach, and the right plans. The people of Iran deserve freedom. They deserve democracy. They deserve a more open society. They deserve the opportunity for better lives. And you can help them gain that, and you will. I do think the end of the regime is near. Soon there'll be no more dictatorship. And there'll be no return to the dictators of the past either. That is an important principle. You're the future. You are the future. You're the future of Iran. And you're the future of hope for millions all over the world who also struggle for their freedom. You are the future, and that future is now. I congratulate you and wish you the very best. Bring freedom and peace to the people of Iran and for all the neighboring people in the region. God bless you. Be with you. Thank you.